Many bases and items need loads of metal fragments. Obtaining the necessary metal ore is okay, I kind of enjoy farming metal nodes. But since the ore will need to be smelted, it also means farming tons of wood, which I enjoy a lot less. With 1k wood, which you get from farming 1 to 2 trees, a small furnace allows you to smelt 600 metal ore, that's 1 metal node, into 600 metal fragments. It takes 33 minutes and 20 seconds to smelt. With a large furnace in contrast, 1k wood allows you to smelt 13 stacks of 200 metal ore. The smelting time is the same, but it has a yield of 2600 metal fragments, which is more than 4 times higher than the small furnace. This means a large furnace replaces 4 small furnaces and requires to farm only 1/4 of the wood, so they are way more efficient. However, a large furnace cannot be placed onto foundations, it needs to be placed on the ground. And if it's not protected, other players can simply steal your materials. Protecting it by building a compound may not be possible for many players, especially during early game. And this is why people build large furnace bases, to protect the large furnace while it's smelting. The design I'm showing you is very simple. It's basically a set of walls around the large furnace. The airlock uses windows on all sides, so you're less likely to get jumped when ferrying materials between the furnace and the main base. The large furnace is in the core, which you can also use to grow food or hemp. The TC is in the corner, together with a small furnace that you can use to, for example, smelt your high quality metal ore. For the build, you'll need a large furnace and the floor grill blueprint. Optionally, have a ladder to make the placement and upgrading simpler. Reinforced glass windows are neither required, but help to make the airlock cheaper. Find a sufficiently flat spot and build a 2x2 with twig foundations. Make sure those foundations are high up, this way we can later strengthen the ceiling in a very efficient way. Then place triangle foundations on each side. Destroy the square foundations and test whether you could place the large furnace. If that's the case, pick the side on which you want to have the airlock, and then place the TC onto the triangle on this side. Upgrade all walls around the TC to sheet metal if possible. If the TC is placed in the corner, the triangle can take another small furnace, something that was first suggested to me by Jungle K. Close it off with a garage door if you have one. Next, upgrade all the triangle foundations to sheet metal if possible. Stone would work for now as well, but it's more susceptible to pickaxe raiding. Then, place a single doorway next to the TC and put walls all around the inner 2x2. Place a large box right below the doorway to help you jump out. Place the large furnace in the opposite corner of the doorway. This prevents you from getting stuck while trying to get to the TC. Now jump onto the furnace to place the second layer of walls. Only above the doorway, place 2 half walls instead of a full wall. I have disabled auto upgrade for this part to demonstrate that by jumping from the furnace you should be able to upgrade all of the walls. Next, add floor frames on top of the walls and upgrade them to stone. Again, climb onto the large furnace and jump to reach them. Once they are upgraded, fill in the floor grills. The reason we raised the foundations and used 2 half walls above the entrance is that we can now add a second layer of floor frames, which is one of Zedge's little tricks. Upgrade them to stone and fill in the floor grills. This means that raiders have to go through 2 floor grills instead of 1 to steal the contents of your furnace. For the airlock, we're going to use a design that lets you check for other players before leaving the base, since you don't want to get jumped while bringing the freshly smelted metal fragments back to base. Add a triangle and a square foundation. Place the window frames where shown and fill them with reinforced glass windows. If you do not have the blueprint, use wall frames and shop fronts instead. They're more expensive in terms of metal fragments but work equally well. Place doorways as shown. Make sure that the double door opens outwards to have it block the outer doorway when it's open. For the ceiling above the outer door, use another floor grill to spot people camping on your roof. And with that, you're done. The large furnace base can go into action. I hope you found this Quick Tips episode helpful. Until then, Evil Wurst out.